Hi again, folks. So I recorded this video a few days ago, and unfortunately one of the settings on my primary camera was incorrect. That's going to make the screen a little bit darker. Thankfully that wasn't the case on the B-roll camera, which is the close-ups of all the work that I'm doing. So hopefully you'll get what you need to see from that. But in case you're wondering, no, it's not your monitor or anything like that. It's just the ISO setting was set too low, and bear with me, and I still hope that I'm able to put this together so you can enjoy and learn from it. Thank you.
What's going on, guys? Rob with Oddball ORV here. So if you saw the last video, you saw we went to Pismo Beach and gonna go out and ride the dunes, have a good time. And unfortunately, after about 8 minutes of riding, the FL350 here gave up the ghost. I blew the engine. Now, I can't say that I wasn't necessarily super surprised. I tested the compression on the engine just before I left, and it was about 100 psi. I knew it was low. I was hoping to get one more trip out of it and see how far I got. So, unfortunately, it blew. So now you guys get the benefit of watching the video of tearing it apart. Before I do that, though, one of the things I want to show you guys is how to check the compression on an engine. Now, I know this could be pretty basic for a lot of you guys. If you've had two-stroke engines before, this probably isn't anything new. But if you're not, stick around, watch this short video clip. I'll show you guys kind of what the process is. And then you guys get to watch the rest of the, or the next portion of the video clip is going to be tearing the engine apart and getting it ready for a rebuild. So anyways, stick around, guys, and you'll get the benefit of watching it all. Okay, so real quick before I get started, just show you the compression test kit that we have. This is just one off of Amazon. You can find the link on our website, Oddball ORV, under the tools section. I think this was about 35 bucks. It's real basic. Comes with a gauge, a couple different sizes, and a hose. I'm sure there's better versions out there or whatever if you want to spend more money. For my purposes, what I needed, I thought this was just fine. So 35 bucks, not too bad. So the first thing that you want to do before you start testing the compression, and to do that, obviously you got to take the spark plug out. But what you want to do is you want to blow out around the spark plug. Make sure there's no sand or dirt anything that could fall into the cylinder head. Now, in my case, I got no compression. It's going for a rebuild anyways, but just to show you guys, to do this proper, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I'm going to take my my air compressor hose here, and I'm just going to blow this out. You should see it hopefully in the other video here. So we're just going to come in here. Just like that. All right. So not too difficult, but just get that sand and grime, anything that might negatively impact or fall into your engine there. So the next thing we got to do is get our spark plug puller. Now I have the fortune, I actually have the stock spark plug puller, which is kind of handy. But we're going to get in here, and now I'll be honest, this spark plug is actually hand tight. All right, but for demonstration purposes, you get this in here and just gently undo it. At this point, you're just going to gently pull this out. All right. Keep on unthreading it. Okay, and we're going to take a look at the spark plug here. So, kind of hard to see. There we go. This is probably a little bit on the lean side. I asked the question on the Facebook forums, and it's not super lean, but it probably could use a little bit more gas. So that's going to be something I'm going to be changing on the carburetor when I get this, after I get this thing all rebuilt and everything. So that's what the spark plug looked like. I will note that the engine did not fail with a hole in the piston. It failed around the cylinder rings. So there's probably it's probably just an old piston. It's probably just too far anyways. All right, so the next thing is put that stuff over here. Get our tester out. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to thread this into your spark plug hole. Make sure you're real gentle with it. You don't want to cross thread it. There it is. And it helps if you just twist the hose here. That turns the whole. You can see I'm just twisting it here and it turns everything. So makes it nice and easy. Alright. Get that in there nice and snug. It's got an O-ring on it, so you don't have to cinch them down or anything like that. And the next thing is we're going to get our gauge here. And we'll have to see if I can get this into the camera. Maybe if I hold that right there. And you see it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so now you're supposed to do this with the engine hot. That's because the metal's expanding and everything and to get more tension. I'm just doing this cold again, just for demonstration purposes and everything. But what you want to do is give it a few cranks, and you're supposed to do it with the, I believe you're supposed to do it with the carburetor or the throttle wide open, and I guess that just lets more airflow to compress if there was going to be any compression. So I got everything kind of set up here, so I'm just going to give it a couple cranks here. Alright, now you'll notice my needle didn't move at all. Gauge is still set at 0. That's no surprise. There's a big old huge hole in it. When you guys see the rebuilt version of this engine, we'll go ahead and do the same process, and you'll get to see what it actually looks like with some compression. But that's it in a nutshell. Quick and simple. Now, when would you do this? You know, honestly, for the cost of the parts and everything to do this, $35 for the tester. Honestly, I would probably do it every time I go out at this point moving forward. And it seems like the consensus is if your engine's about 120 psi or more of compression, then you're good to go. But if you're running less than that, then you're probably in that danger territory like I was, and you probably should rebuild the engine if you want to have a good trip. So it only takes a couple of minutes to do it. The only difficult part is that you should do it when it's hot, not when it's cold. But anyways, that in a snapshot is how to test the compression on the engine. And hope that was helpful for you guys. Quick little video. The next portions of the video is going to be, or sorry, it's going to be actually in the next video, but what I'm going to record now is tearing this whole thing apart and getting it ready to get rebuilt. So thanks, guys. Again, you can check us out at oddballorv.com, and we'll see you in the next clip. Bye.